growing up. And my response to that is, the language is mine. It's not white or black. I know it's called English, right? England. I know it's called that, but it is mine. And so it's mine.
Yeah.
And so it's not white. It's mine. And I'm American. And so just deal with that. And the educational system is what it is. Regional dialects are what they are. And I know that we assess intelligence based on how people sound, but it is mine. And it's not, I've not been trained. I've not taken any kind of lessons to speak this way. My father sounds the exact same way. My mother sounds the exact same way, and they're from Mississippi. My father was the retired Army. He was a drill sergeant for many years. So I've always heard it, and it makes me, it used to make me sad that, you know, people would try to separate me from, somehow, for some people, you're more special because you sound white. Well, no, I am a black woman. For other people, you're trying to sound white, and so you're not black. Well, no, I am a black woman. So for all of those sides, all of those preconceived notions, all of those twisted attitudes we have about ourselves and about one another, I don't accept that.
Do you feel throughout the course of your career, having been at KMOX since 1995, in St. Louis since 1995, that progress has been made for women in broadcasting and specifically black women in broadcasting?
Oh, social media has upended the game in that way. That, for one, the listener doesn't need us. The politician doesn't even need us. They can take their message straight to the voter, straight to the constituent, and bypass us and it not be edited. They can take their full message right to the voter on Instagram. They can have their own news conference and it not really be a news conference because they're not answering questions, but they can state their opinions and their positions without any interference, if you will, from reporters. So that's upended the game in that way. And so the individual can have their own show up and going in 15 minutes. And they are doing it right now. There are so many so-called shows on YouTube where people are rehashing others' information. And my husband will say, "Did you see this?" And I'm like, "Well, who is it, first of all?" I'm considering the source always. So that's upended everything. And people, anybody can go on social media and do what they want to do, and people are doing it every day. I'm watching cooking shows on TikTok, and they're like, 20 seconds long, and I get a whole recipe,
Yeah.
So people can do what they want to do now. They don't need a degree. That doesn't make you good, but you can do it. Now, from a trained standpoint, from an education standpoint, more women are going to college than men. So more women are, and more black women are starting businesses than any other group in this country. So things are changing rapidly all over this country. People are saying, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. I'm tired of that. I'm going to do this. Everybody's got 10 side hustles.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about streams of income. So things are very different, but people still people still want, I think, Amy, to be mentored. People still want to be guided, encouraged, directed. There are people out there who still know that they don't know, and they want to know, how do I do this better? This doesn't feel right. I don't feel right. How do I improve my life? So people still want the hand of another and the shoulder of another. We still want that, and we need that as human beings to progress through this whole journey that we're all on together.
Well, Carol, I could talk to you all day, but I want to ask you this as we go. There's so much talk about division. There's a lot of division. However, I know there are moments of unity, and there are ties that bind us. And I mentioned earlier that you are on the voice of St. Louis, but you are a voice of our city, of our community, a familiar voice, a voice that people turn to, whether the news are good or bad. You want to hear a voice that you trust. over the years, have you been able to connect with listeners, members of the community, where you do see that unity despite so much talk of division?
There is definitely a lot of unity that does exist because there's a desire on the part of individuals and families and organizations to help one another. So there is a lot of unity, but it's maybe not sexy, right? And it's maybe not headline worthy, but it does exist. But I don't want to be naive, and certainly shouldn't be at my age, or foolish, and certainly shouldn't be at my age, to think that division isn't being sold. Division isn't being propped up, and division isn't being positioned in a way for power. And we have to focus on unity because we have to look at those who would divide us and wonder, why do you want to divide us? And one reason they want to divide us is for their own selfish gain. So we have to double down on the fact that we have more in common. We have to double down on who we're supposed to be. I don't like to hear, that's not us. Well, it is us.
Yeah.
To be divisive. It is the human condition to be negative and to be nasty and mean. That's a part of the human condition, too. But we've got to double down on who we are supposed to be. And who we're supposed to be is a set of individuals who are looking for one another. How can I help you? What is it that you need right now? What can I do to get you there? And to help, what am I supposed to do right now for you? Not for myself, but for you. So we have to double down on that. And there are more people who want to do that than there are people who want to divide us. But they have a bullhorn. We've got to grab it from them and use it ourselves.
On a scale of nervous to excited about retiring, where do you fall?
You've given me no numbers, but I will say I'm at the top of the chart. I've prayed about this for a long time. I asked God to prepare me because I know that grief is real, and there will be grief. This has been my whole life, my whole adult life here as a news anchor at KMOX. So there will be grief, but I asked God years ago to prepare my heart and my mind to be ready for this time, and He has done that. So I'm only going to lean on Him even more so as I move into this new chapter, and I'm retiring from, I'm also retiring to. Mm-hmm. So I have other things that I'm going to be doing, and I'm so excited to be with my parents more. I'm so excited I'm going to work with my son, who's an actor and a chef. I get to work with him. I get to help guide his early career.
And too good looking for his own good.
Too good looking.
He's the cutest.
Oh my gosh. They both have the cheekbones of their father. I mean, it's amazing. So I'm just thrilled. And to help my husband's business, I told him I'm stepping in to your business. I'm going to be the official bill collector. That's awesome. So I'm grateful. I'm leaving with so much gratitude.
And you'll swing by every now and then and
Nope.
say hi?
Nope.
No?
You better find me out in these streets. I'll be somewhere. You better find me. I'm not looking. I'm not coming back. Come find me, Amy.
All right. I will. I mean, that's a promise.
That's an invitation.
Oh, thank you, Carol. We love you.